The following podcast is recorded and produced by Emerge, a media creators co-op, in affiliation with the network at bicbp-radio.com.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hi.
Welcome back. I'm Ariana.
And I am Brittany.
And this is an
A and B
conversation.
conversation.
Woohoo! Another week of a number I couldn't even tell you.
The 38.
37. My mind is 36.
It's 38.
It's 38? It's
Yeah.
37. Look at
Damn,
us.
I
We would have
thought you
both
said
lost.
that-
The price
no,
is right.
It's always for me. I'm
Yeah.
always one number short.
Yeah, we're almost
It's
there, though.
close.
But, I mean, all that matters is we're right here with you guys for
Period.
another week. Beating the odds, beating the statistics.
Right. And 1 week close to a year.
Right. Yeah, 1 week closer to our 52. That's going to be so exciting.
I can't
Definitely have to
wait.
do a party.
All right. I can see the balloonage.
What?
The
The
balloons.
balloonage? The florals?
On balloons.
The merch? The fucking
Right.
logo printed napkins? Like,
right. No.
I might order pizza boxes with our logo on it to put up some, like, very fucking chain pizza in it. Like,
right. How do you order pizza boxes?
you can order, oh my God, stop. You can customize anything. You can
Right.
customize everything.
I believe it.
You know, I have it all saved.
Yeah.
Have the website saved. I have them saved for our podcast party and for my wedding.
Right. Period.
Prepared, yeah.
No, for real.
Another week. This is some
Yeah.
real ass shit, too.
No, literally.
I think everybody listening can relate.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about situationships.
Mm-hmm.
We've all been in one. Some of us are in some.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us are recovering from the last one.
Mm-hmm.
But shit. Are you currently in a
That fucking bug.
situationship?
I don't think so. So probably.
I think I definitely attract more situationships than I do
hell yeah.
relationships.
My whole life.
But I've never met, like, many of my situationships I don't leave
Mm-hmm.
as, like, hateful as I do.
Right.
Or just, like, angry or bitter or hurt as I do the relationships.
Right.
I've
because
learned-
your standards are way more high with like
Oh
a
my
relationship
God.
than it is like a
100%.
situationship.
My situationships, I'm like, they're my friends, so it benefits. And I'm like, but you're actually in an entanglement.
Oh right.
And you know, but no, I always have them in, like, a really good regard. Like, no, we're friends.
Right.
That fuck. Like, some of them are not my friends, you know. They have they do not, they're nothing. They give
Don't
nothing.
Wish you well.
Don't make an effort. Like, but and then we still end up, you know,
Right here and here.
having a wrestling match with.
Is there like a difference between like a sneaky link and a situationship, or is that like all the same category?
I
Is it, like,
think-
different tier.
There's definitely a different tier because situationships, I think it gets a little bit more complex. I think sneaky link is a dip and dab and, like, minimal contact.
Very.
Like situationship, there's communications. Things get a little bit complex. I think sneaky links lead to situationship or if shit just goes awry.
Right.
Shit gets out of hand, feelings get involved, and your
Right.
sneaky link goes to situationship
Right.
like that.
Yeah. I
Do you
agree.
prefer sneaky link or a situationship?
Shit. I feel like a situationship is more close to a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So I do enjoy a little. No, I think I would prefer a situationship.
She said reverse,
Yeah,
pause on
'cause
the
I'm
play.
Because, like, not for nothing else, like, I'm very, like, and, like, stuff like that, I'm very unattached. Like, I'm very
it's so
unattached
nice.
with shit like that, you know?
Mhm.
So, like, I would want to say, like, a sneaky link would, like, be preferable.
Yeah.
But, like, I love a situationship. I like to go to dinner and shit.
I like to just talk. Like, let's just talk about some shit. I
Right,
think that's how,
right.
like, I think all of my situations, not all, a lot of my situations or my sneaky links end up in situationships because I'm like, let's have a long talk. Like,
Right.
let's dig deep together. And then I'm like, oh,
Right.
now we're in a
Right.
situationship.
I've never been attached to any sneaky link. Like, I'm
Never.
Like, I've never, like, called
No.
or text or, like.
And I was just
It
going to say,
it's
as a
just very
woman, I
much
think they hit us up and we just dip and dab and,
it's
like,
very much
we could never
I
speak to
sing-
you again.
Mm-hmm. It's very much like I
Situationship?
send you out, like, hey, what's up? Like, you know what I mean? That's
Mhm.
for that, and it's
Yeah.
very easy to be unattached. But
Yeah.
I feel like situationships can really hurt your feelings.
They do. Mhm. Yep. And it's hard to become, I think, unattached from a situationship.
Yeah, you really gotta break up.
You have it.
I thought we wasn't together.
Going through relationship problems with somebody you're not in a relationship
We're
with
not
is
even
tough.
together.
Not
I
together.
have the worst breakup.
With the situationship.
Was that really a breakup? Because we still converse every single day. But
yeah.
God damn, that was terrible. I mean, even on his behalf, like,
Yep.
I've never seen him so upset before. Like, ever.
I think, in my experience, men in situationships definitely get unhinged because I feel like they think it's like easy peasy, lemon squeezy, shit's peachy. And then they realize towards the end of it they have feelings. Like, that's been my experience. And then they become unhinged and so attached. But it was like the whole time you knew you had feelings and you were in denial.
Yeah.
And I feel like, too, like, I actually just seen a quote and it was like situationships. There's one person trying to prove to the other person they're worth it.
Mm-hmm.
And you should just not.
Yeah, I think men don't, like, in general, don't really have many boundaries. Mm-hmm. So they don't know, like, when enough is enough or when enough is too much. As long as y'all both are in agreement that you guys aren't together, like, that's just enough.
I think that is, like, the like, common denominator of all situationships. There is not a commitment.
Yeah.
Because there is really no rules. There's no, like... Every situationship is different, too.
Right, but I've had niggas get mad as fuck at me for talking to other niggas. God damn, I thought we wasn't together.
My last situationship asked me to get his nickname tattooed.
Oh, my God. Like, that is, like, like, why
and
would
he
you
very much said when he is back in our area,
right,
he wants to see his nickname tattooed on my butt so he can smack it and be like, mine.
That's for girlfriends. No, that's for married people.
That is
I'm
what?
not getting...
I will tattoo to my husband.
Yeah.
I will tattoo your name across a very large portion of my body. I might put it across my forehead if I love you enough. Situationships, no.
Absolutely not. Or not even boyfriend, girlfriend. I would do like a symbol,
a matching tattoo, yeah,
cute, like something nice.
That
like
his nickname is a symbol.
Yeah.
So he,
right.
yeah, you know.
But still,
like
boy, be fucking for
and that's
real.
not my personality to have that symbol tattooed. So it's
right. I don't even know what that symbol is. Oh, duh.
Like,
dumb.
That's not my personality to have that.
Right.
I have 2 heart tattoos, one in my lip and one on, where's that? Yeah, on my
like
ear.
that.
Yeah, I had to think about it. Like, I'm more of a heart girl, not.
Right.
I mean, well, I'll just say it, a money symbol. Are you nuts? Like,
yeah, that's really crazy.
Shout out to Mr. Vitamin D.
Right, but you're a little cuckoo for Cocoa House, boy, because what the fuck? Is you getting me tattooed on you?
You know what though? See, this
is
why
we gotta get matching symbols.
In situationships,
we gotta,
because I'm always like, not a tit for tat and negative, but like, I'll do it if you do it.
Right.
Monkey see, monkey do in all of my situationships. Like,
right.
my situationships can mention feelings. We could get married.
Right.
Do you want to do it? Like,
right. Yeah, I don't know. We could get tattoos together. We can get something similar. This no. This tattoo, right. But he bought this tattoo for me for my birthday.
Your situationship did.
Mm-hmm. But this one, I was like, I was hanging out with this girl and she fucking liked me or whatever. But we got tattoos together, like. But she got like a tattoo with like her girlfriend.
Oh,
but like
see?
she really liked me a lot, and I'm like,
do you think all side bitches are in situationships, or do you think those are sneaky links?
Say that.
Like all side bitches, do you think they think they're situationships, or do you think that they know it's a sneaky link?
No, I think it's a mixture of whatever the fuck the nigga got to say.
Yeah. Well,
you know, like
whatever you are spoon fed is really like the defining point of the situation.
Yeah, because sometimes people don't understand, and like sometimes people
don't.
like start off a way and then a nigga will talk you into something more than what you didn't think it was.
Yeah.
Like why are we doing this? So it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm leaving my wife. I really want to be with you.
Yeah.
Fuck them kids. Like
for sure. Yeah, no.
You know, so I guess it just depends on the man and like what is really happening.
What is really happening?
Right.
Is really like that's the touchstone to the situationships. What is really happening?
No, exactly. Like
I feel like we need to all dial it back. Like you need to be talking, dating, in a relationship, or married.
Yeah.
There should not be situationships. There should not be sneaky links.
I'm tired of these tears.
There's a lot more razzle dazzle to it than there was, back in the day.
Right. Maybe, I don't know.
But shout out to our situation.
Because grannies, they was getting cheated on like a motherfucker. So I know people, grandddads got like 12 kids.
Yeah.
15 kids.
Yep.
Grandma got 2. Like, what the hell? Like, you know what I mean? I feel like there was lots of sneaky links and situationships. We just didn't have.
See, I think back in the day there was more sneaky links than there were situationships because so many people were married out of obligation that they just were looking for another dip and dab, but they still had their marriage and knew.
Right.
You know, rarely they were leaving their marriage. Very rarely.
But I feel like they were, like, a lot of, like, men, like, older men and stuff like that, they're funding households for other people, too. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that definitely is tier 2 situationship.
Have you had a situationship fun shit for you? Other than, like, dates and shit?
Fund things? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, of course. Hair, nails, clothes, jewelry. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Please buy me things. I like that's things. That's Brit's love language.
She loves a gift. And a sentimental one, not a bullshit gift.
Right, and I didn't know that until, like, I don't know. Mm-hmm. But, like, my dad used to do it, too. So
Your dad was a good gift giver.
I don't know why I didn't think about that. Mm-hmm. But, like, he would always give gifts. Like, he always wanted us to look better than other people. He always wanted to have things that other people didn't have. So he always wanted us like that, too. Like, you know what I mean? So,
Hood rich forever. I love those days. What? No, when my mom would not pay the rent and buy a new bag, like that was
no, girl.
You look great, Christina. Right, hope we don't get evicted.
Bitch, you're doing a good job.
Situationships.
No, I'll take a gift. Please give me a gift. Please pay for something.
That's what fucks me up too. A sneaky link for me. Self. Quality time's my love language. If I'm sitting in your face, I'm gonna start being into Lulu.
Right.
And then I'm make-believing we might work. And I'm make-believing. Mm-hmm. I'm make-believing, period.
Right.
Like, make-believing. And then I just want to be around you more. And if I'm around you, I'm sure we're being intimate.
Right. That's why I think there's a thin line between, like, talking and situationship.
Oh, very much.
Because, like, it can like, teeter-totter. Mm-hmm. And then it can, like, you know.
I feel like talking, now that you say it, talking really is a situationship because, like you said, it can teeter-totter and it's usually one-sided, like we said.
And it can either go relationship, sneaky link.
And I feel like, too, if you're talking, like, from my experience, men that want you will not fuck around. Mm-hmm. Like, especially men that are, like, successful or about their shit or just know what they want out of life, like, they're going to approach you in a manner that's, like, direct, bag and tagged. Like, talking, what is talking?
Right.
Words.
He's that kind of man.
I'm down for a situationship that's just, I have one that's just really direct, and we're both, well, never mind, because I'm just said he wanted me to get his nickname tattooed. Because I'll say we're both really clear and direct on, like, what it is and what it isn't. But
kind of not really.
Yeah, things got complicated on some ends.
Because y'all be having pet names and shit.
We definitely do. I actually was at a Sneaky Link's house, and he called me, and I was like, hey, babe. And I was like,
like, girl.
I'm trying to hide in the bathroom. Hey, babe. Oh, dear.
I'm crying.
As I digress. I digress. Yeah, no.
Right, yeah.
I want to know, like, are there successful situationships that have led to, like, a mutual reciprocal relationship? Do you know any? Because I don't know a single situationship that has led to a successful relationship.
Right. I guess it's hard. I don't know anybody, like, specifically, but, like, again, I would just do feel like situationship really teeter-totters that line that, like, it may be a situationship, but, like, you were just in the talking stage situationship relationship.
There was no growth.
It's like, right, or it just like went to, like, it just, like, or people, like, they just are talking and shit like that, and all of a sudden they're living together. Like, I feel like that is just weird to me. But I also never lived with a man, so I don't know what that's like. And I've never been with a man that needed to live with me. So
there was I don't remember his name, but there was a guy on social media, and he was like, you should never let a man move in with you. Like, you need to be moving in with him. And I like what?
Right. I feel like in general you should probably just move in together.
100%. Yeah, it needs to be a mutual space instead of you trying to make yourself fit in their life.
Because I don't think things work that way. Things will work out well.
Don't you try to pop my Delulu bubble.
Only because
don't you try to do that. Right, you've been in that house. There's room for me.
No, but like
just joking.
Like especially for like masculine personalities. Like you know what I mean? It's like mine. Like, why the fuck you in my bathroom for so long? Why you got your drawers on the floor on my motherfucking floor? Why you don't ever pick up my motherfucking dish? Like, you know what I mean? It's hard to like switch off that like mine to like ours. This is now ours. So I think it's just.
And I think like last week when we were talking about femininity, like helping a man build his space is so much better than him coming into your space. Like, I would love to be like, oh, I organized this for you. Like, these are where everything is. Like, you can just come home.
Right.
You don't have to think about that.
And I don't want. I also don't want to move into a man's space. Like, you know what I mean?
It's definitely giving like bachelor pad and
or
there's
just
leather furniture.
Like, or just feel like you're like
in his space.
Yeah, just like too. I don't know.
Unsettled.
Like, like it doesn't feel right. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I just would prefer to like
mutually come together.
At a different address.
Do you think there's like too long of a time period for a situationship?
Yeah, if y'all is
doing that dance for how long?
I think a year of y'all doing that dance, like, you gotta either put a title or to let the fuck go. Like a situation, like a year,
there needs to be
you know what I mean, of no progression or anything. Y'all just back and forth doing a little do, or even like 2. I guess like a year is pretty short.
2 because a year flies by.
A year does fly by. That's what I was thinking about.
And a year flies by if you're having fun, which most situationships. Are fun for a good chunk of time. Like it's like
if we're on our second summer, we ain't been nowhere, we ain't going nowhere, we ain't doing nothing, we ain't on vacation nowhere.
But I got situationships that'll offer up a trip before they do commitment any day of the week. So that doesn't show growth. That's just
no, not at all. But
a
still,
vacation.
But still, I'm just saying, like, if you're on your second summer and you guys are doing the same shit,
doing the same thing with no evolution.
You know what I mean? Nothing at all. Nothing's changed. Y'all not doing nothing, going nowhere. Nothing.
That's
like,
the crazier
you
part.
Probably like let that what the fuck go, because it's never gonna go nowhere.
Starting over from a situationship or just like ending a relationship is the best.
Right.
Start over. Free yourself. Like, you are not obligated. Like,
I hate talking about it though. Like, people want, like, when you go into something new and like they want to talk about like your last.
I just see you shouldn't say like if like you got dogged out.
I don't think so.
Because they're more likely to repeat the behavior or to like look at you a bit side eye of like you accepted that, but you seem so confident now,
or know how to
maneuver
exactly because they know exactly how you have got fucked up.
I definitely go into that like, I've been cheated on all the time, every time, by everybody. Nobody tells me the truth. Nobody really gives a fuck. So how about you? And I think I'm not gonna stop that because that's my like truth. But like, I wish I didn't do that. Like,
I barely talk about my exes with any new relationship that I'm in. I don't think that it matters. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why did you care?
That's what
how this nigga dog walked me through goddamn hell.
To hell and back.
Why does it matter?
I just was telling my one of my situationships. I was like, I danced with the devil and I made it out. And like, that's the way to summarize my last relationship. Like, I danced with the devil and I made it out, and I'm proud of that. Like, because it was a
Whew. But goddamn.
Yeah. No.
But like, next to nothing else, you had your shit with you. He had his shit with him. Like, we ain't together.
That's it. It wasn't meant to be.
Like, that's it. I hate having to like give my whole lifetime story of what the fuck has gone wrong. Ooh,
I think too. It's like, wrong? But like at the end all be all, the truth is it wasn't meant to be.
Period. And it's over.
And it's done. Like, if it was meant to be, you wouldn't be here having this experience with me.
Right. I would still be fucking on a rodeo.
On that roller coaster to nowhere, highway to hell.
Probably in the dip part of the fucking roller coaster.
Honestly. Do you think there's like tall signs of when a situationship has gone too far?
Too far meaning like
just emotionally. I mean, like Like when the or more so, what for you? What are your boundaries with your situationships?
So that's the first one. I think it's just like that control aspect. If you feel like somebody is controlling you and the shit that you're doing or what you want to do and shit like that, that's gone too far. Like, we either gonna be together or you gotta stop fucking calling me, because why are you telling me what the fuck to do? I'm also the wrong person.
Is that like your experience? Like, have situationships definitely like tried to like a fake boss up and control shit?
Or who you talking to, or not who you talking
right, but
to,
like
what other niggas you just talking to, or like, why is you going there, why is you with them, why this, I heard you was in a nigga face, I heard this about you, I heard that about you, I god damn, why the fuck is you asking everybody about me? Or it's so like crazy. If that's not the case, like you asking about me, why the fuck are people so comfortable talking to you about me?
Because clearly things are out in the open.
Is we together that I don't know about? Do we go together?
You know what is one of my favorite, like, I mean, not all the time, but just a favorite lyric of mine is we. Oh, you speak French now? Like, because we, question mark.
Please, come back. Bring it back. We're gonna speak on the people that you know.
Yeah.
That we got. You ain't got me, I ain't got you. I don't ask niggas questions. I never, ever, ever.
My favorite thing is to live in ignorance is bliss. Do not ask a question you do not want to know the answer to.
I've never asked a man, like, who you talk to? What I heard this about you. I heard that. Never will ever leave my mouth. Somebody can tell it to me and it would be gone as fast as it left their lips.
Yeah.
I don't fucking care.
See, I store it, and I'm just like, mental note.
Yeah, for sure.
For when things get out of hand, ma'am. Right. When Delulu starts thumping.
Right, but when I start seeing signs of shit or some shit that I don't like, I'm out. I'm real strict in that manner. Like,
Britt's telling a lie, y'all. Her last situationship was crazier than hell. He went through her window one time when she had COVID.
Well, he tried to.
Right, he tried to. While she's on the phone with her grandma, causing a whole ass scene. So, y'all, I'm not going to let Britt sit here and tell a lie.
It's like, Grandma, I gotta
go. Going through her window while she had COVID because she would not open the front door.
Girl, but that's when I knew shit was getting out of hand.
Not when he hacked your phone and intercepted your text message.
But that's when I had blocked him on everything, and he ended up right at my motherfucking window.
That was the one and only time you blocked him because he went. Yes, I do remember now.
Talking about me, I never knew I was so interesting to people.
Yeah,
the way that was running my motherfucking business down, and most of it wasn't even right. Some of it was true. Some of it was on the right track of being right, but it was
they got a little razzle or dazzle in the story.
Too much razzle fucking dazzle, and I'm like, damn, I'm that interested in y'all.
Yeah,
y'all give a fuck about me. Well,
no, I remember when he intercepted your text messages for a period of time, and then would ask you questions about your text message. And then you would lie about it. Like, bro, you know the truth. Why are you asking? Do not ask questions you do not want to know the answer to. Your feelings will only be hurt. Men or women.
Period. I don't go through niggas' phones
for what?
At all. I would never.
I turned into Helen Keller.
Period. I will break.
Cannot see or hear any of it.
Baby, I'll break my own hands. I will literally go to sleep if you open your phone near me.
I'm everywhere but your phone.
Yeah, like I don't want to see it. I don't want to know. Yeah. I don't want to know. I've been there. I've been through a man's phone before.
Your stomach's gonna hurt. Do you want to throw up or have diarrhea? That's what you need to pick when you go through that phone.
Do you want to spiral until you figure out what the fuck is really going on? You don't. So
but even when you look, you'll find something that will hurt your feelings, even if it's not intentional. Like, if you're looking for a problem, you will find a problem.
Exactly.
Do not go looking for the problem.
Do not go there. Do not go there, because you're going to get exactly what you didn't want or exactly what you wanted.
I think all my situationships are more attached to me than my relationships have ever been.
What the fuck is that? Exactly.
Like, and for me, I think most of my, like, if I'm just being real, we're on the pod. Most of my situationships, at one point in time, I probably did consider for a relationship, and it just never got there because of their actions or lack thereof. So you can't get attached and controlling I gave you the driver's seat. You didn't drive it like you stole it. Mm-hmm. We sat parked together.
Right. What do you want me to do with that? Like, what do you want me to do at this point? That's why I be trying to ask people, like, and then what? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we can do this dance. We can have a great time. Do, whatever. But, like, and then what?
I did post on my Finsta, but one of my situationships just popped back up, and I haven't seen him in 3 years.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
right back to he's about to make it right and he cares about me. And even better, there's a Tony Robbins quote, and it was like, if you care or love someone, you give them 90 days. I've reminded him 3 times that on April 24th, if he has not impressed me, I'm blocking him for good indefinitely.
Period.
Like,
what is the 90 days?
If you care or love somebody, just 90 days to like for them to correct their behavior, to, you know, for you guys to mend if that's what's meant to be, but not to cut somebody cold turkey, or not to, again, and get involved in a situationship. Like, give somebody 90 days or assess what's going on in that 90 days. And if what's going on does not benefit or meet your higher self or feel good, it's got to go.
I got a question. Do you think that somebody that like broke your trust can rebuild that, or can you trust somebody that has broken that at one point?
There's a psychological statistic, and it was for every 1 negative, you're supposed to get 5 positives, and that you can literally rewrite and rebuild somebody's trust. I think anybody, especially for me, anybody could, but you do need to. There has to be a plethora more of positives than there were negatives. Like, you can't, it can't even out to, I had so many negative experiences with you and they equal the positives. That's a neutral. Like, I want to benefit and I want you to benefit from me. So 100%, I do believe in that science of for every 1 negative, there needs to be 5 positives. It doesn't have to be grand gestures, but it just needs to be coded in a better experience. So I do think so, but it's not going to be easy. And that's what I think is the hard part.
I don't think men have it in them to do that much. I think they can only do so much.
I think like, the right man can.
To see. I don't want to say no man. I want to say a lot higher percentage.
Your experience is more than,
No, right. I just feel like more men are less likely to do more and not see as many like as many wins. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you have to do 5 good things for 1 negative thing, it's like you have to see, like, you have to, I don't know, like, all the wins don't equal up. Like, you know what I mean?
They're not going to give as much as they should.
Exactly. Like, they're not going to get, like, that high, that, like, that grace or, like, that, oh, my God, thank you so much, like, all that. Because if you got to do 5 here, like, if you're already here and you got to do this to see, like, a smile, like, you know what I mean? You got to do all this just to see a smile. You got to do all this to... I don't know, you know. Like,
I definitely agree, and I feel like that's why so many people have situationships. But for me, if they don't do like, and I don't need the 1 to 5 ratio, like, but if they're not willing to comprehend that or make that effort, for me, they're just not the one. Like, it's so simple. Like, this person that just tried to quadruple back. Like, I haven't seen you in 3 years. I'm very much willing to go to your state. You just don't make yourself accessible. You don't make the effort. And I'm hopeful for him and I wish him the best. And I do, if we end up together, that'd be a beautiful thing. So I've known him since I was 14. But, I'm sure the cycle will repeat itself. And on April 24th, he will be joining the block party.
Right.
And I won't be doubling back and I won't be undoing it.
Right.
Period.
I think men that know you longest do you the worst anyways. I hate
what?
I hate a motherfucker be like, well, I've known him for 13. Go, and?
He's done nothing but damage you for 13 years.
Like,
yeah.
And?
Yeah.
I hate that. I had a friend. She's like, well, friend, like, well, I've known him or we've been together for such and such.
Been together is such an air quote.
Okay, and then what? Like, he's still doing you. He didn't have a baby on you, dogs, all type of shit. And then what? So what? If you've known him for that long, so what?
I think, too, like, I don't think people can leave relationships and be in situationships with their ex. I think that's not a situationship. That's just a toxic, like, you know too much about them. You've had attachment. You've been unattached. Like, you built up such a high and a momentum. You can't come back to a neutral state.
Right.
You're going to go negative.
Right. And I just feel like that's all attachment. Too much attachment that you can't.
It's not being dispersed properly.
You can't distance yourself or you can't move the fuck on properly. Yep. Hell no.
Yeah.
Yeah. No situationship with your ex. That's dumb.
Do you, right now, if you had a situationship, what would you want that to look like?
I want to go on dates. obviously I just want a man. I don't know.
Yeah.
Nobody wishes for a fucking situation.
I do.
I feel like you just end up in one most of the time. Like it's always like.
I think it's a fun. Well.
Yeah, girl,
I think it's a fun building. I am the queen of delusion. Like I give you will get the benefit of the doubt of me until I'm sick, until my people have an intervention about me. Like I believe. Right. I believe in love and I believe in people, and I'm like also very like. I don't want to be a pick me, but I really do think most men do get like the shit end of the stick. Like,
what do you mean?
Like prime example, you're like these niggas, and I'm like they just need an extra chance. They just need they need to be understood.
Oh, no, we understand.
And I do believe that.
Shit. That's what we understand.
See, I don't believe that. Like I think like Venus and Mars, we just don't. I don't think like we're communicating well and effectively, and I think we all just need to like give each other a chance. This is why I'm in situationships.
Exactly, because my
moon is in Cancer.
Rich. You tell her.
My moon is in Cancer. I just have a lot of feelings.
Hell no.
I just think people just need.
Exactly.
Even Rich is sick of my shit.
I knew it. I knew I wasn't tripping. At first, I thought I was going crazy. You got some shit. You gotta leave people where they stand. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
after a while.
That's why I don't like. There's not too much that you can like. If it's trust like that's broken, like there's not too much you can do to build that back. I mean, you can, but like
it's a good boundary though. Like
right, with any injury, like you have to like
you gotta heal it.
You have to heal that hoe.
Yeah.
So that and I don't know, like some people just aren't relationship people.
100%.
Some people just are not willing to work and shit like that. Like, you know, they're not willing to go the extra mile for you. They don't give a fuck. Like, you know what I mean? It's a woman at the end of every street for some men. Like, you know what I mean? It just doesn't matter. And some people you just cannot give that much grace to. Yeah. Because they just go there's actually a quote, and
I feel like it's definitely all of my it applies to all my situationships, but it's mercy is getting what you don't deserve. And I think that sums up my situationships. Like I'm extending mercy, like that shit is free and not affecting me, and
I'm just a lot more realistic than I am hopeful in all situations. It's not like I'm like leaving every single man where they stand. Like, you know what I mean? Like I give grace where grace is due, but you have to prove to me that you deserve that. It can't be like, oh, I really like you, or you could really change, or like you could really be a great ass guy. Like you could really be great to me. We could be great together. I've seen you be great with other bitches. I know we can be great. Yeah. No, like some people just aren't at that stage in their life. They're not, and some people are just not for you to be great with, or like
it was a learning experience. Right,
and some things like could have gotten worse. Like, you know what I mean? You should probably just.
If we just a moment of silence for things could have been worse.
Things could have been worse. That's why I think about a lot of things, which is why I don't feel bad when shit just don't work.
I don't feel bad. No, but for me, I don't feel bad because I know I gave it my all. I gave it 110% in the utmost like generosity and attention and you know, hope.
Well, I don't think I've ever I try not to give 100%. I'm gonna give like a solid 75, especially if I'm not getting 100%. Yeah. Why the fuck am I giving you 100% when I can give it to somebody else that really deserves this 100?
See, I always lead with 100 and then I dial back when I see what it is, but I'm not like monkey see, monkey do. Yeah. Like you give 60, I'm not giving. I don't match energy. I'm gonna be like authentic in who I am. So if I want to give my whole heart and you just have me eating shit, cool. I gave it my all. And I'm going to dial it back. Me and my heart are going to go eat shit in this corner, distant from you. Yeah. Back it up.
I'm going to start low so we can both build together. Like, I don't want to ever, like, give so much, especially in a fucking, a situation.
Yeah,
like,
no, that I mean that for relationships. Yeah. Like, gotcha. I give 110.
Oh, yeah, of course. If it's a relationship.
And then I dial it back.
Right. No. But I feel like when you get to a relationship.
And talking, I do that too, actually. Talking and dating. Situationships, I don't. I'm just like... This is who I am and where I'm at, and you are welcome to join. Right. If it doesn't fit, cool. You can become a sneaky link or nothing at all. It's also acceptable. Yeah.
Heavy on the or nothing.
Yeah.
Hell.
No, okay. I love me a good dick appointment. Or nothing is really like an extreme. You really done did some shit to become an or nothing for me. But
yeah.
That's the hard part too. Who's giving up dick? we're young and hot.
Right.
Like it's kind of like Kylie Jenner said to Kendall, these are our times. These are our times. She was like holding her boobs like, we're hot. These are, and I feel these are our times.
Right, yeah.
I'm not promoting a hoe phase, but just get down with the get down, have fun.
Right. Shit if you want to. Sometimes I don't be feeling like I have to. Like, you know what I mean? And sometimes it just feels better to just not, especially if it's like a not shit.
If there's
like, you know what I mean?
Don't do it something complicated or who drains you. Like that's not.
Sometimes it's just like okay to like be left alone and like in that solitude, in that moment, those moments of like, you know
what I think too, like when I have a crush, I'm always like fearful that they're gonna turn into a situationship, and I'm like so like holding my breath, like
maybe it's like PTSD.
Definitely some trauma. Like I have a crush right now, and I'm like, please don't don't turn into a situationship. Turn into my husband, which I mean, I'm hopeful, and you know, God's plan. Me and him have had that conversation of like if it's meant to be, it's gonna be, and if it's not, it's not.
Right.
But
back to when we were talking about like situationships or relationships, I do think that you can have a relationship out of a situationship. I just don't think that you could be able to go back and forth. Yeah,
agreed. Like you could. I do think it's rare to happen, but I do think a situationship could lead to a relationship. But I don't think you could go from a relationship to a situationship with the same person. It's just going to be a toxic cycle. Like you said, it's just really attachment you have not been able to disperse.
Right. Like even my married friends, like they've like had their rocky roads, like, you know, cut 100%. The nigga off, like, you know what I mean? And
trials and tribulations.
Like, you know what I mean? So I guess anything is possible.
Yeah.
In that regard, because, like,
whatever's meant to be.
Sticky sometimes.
Especially in a marriage. Like, I am fully prepared for shit not to look or be perfect in my marriage and to go to, like, but I do not believe in divorce. I gave my word to God till death do us part. My brothers are 6'6" and 6'1". When I tell you that you are getting scraped the fuck up, gone in a flash, I'm going to be crying with your mom like, I just don't know what happened.
Whenever you say that, I just think about Jaden. I'm like, I'm sure Jaden got it in him, but like,
oh my
he has
God,
so many fucks that he don't get.
No, he is very nonchalant.
Like,
but
did he hit you? Like,
no.
What,
oh my God, one time my ex was talking me crazy, and both of my brothers were like, "What do you want?" And I'm like, "Are you?" He will kill all of us. Are you nuts? I want you to do nothing. I love my brothers. I want you to do nothing. But I think too, like my brothers know my heart. Like. I remember telling Jaden one time, like, I've been cheated on by every nigga I've, like, been in a relationship with. And he said, niggas are stupid. With the most monotone voice. And
he knew that.
Like,
and he felt that with his whole heart.
But Jaden, my youngest brother, Jaden's tone is always like, okay.
Stoic as fuck. That's who Jaden is. He's
very
stoic man. Like he can be having the best time ever. He wouldn't see it in his face. He's probably high as fuck. Like, and he's just like not too much, not too fucking much with him. Like it's just, and it's Jaden. Great. Yeah.
And when I told him about that, he just niggas are stupid.
Like that's it. And he felt it. He could have shed a tear for you.
And, like, because of how much I cared for, you know, have, like, done for my brothers and the love I've shown them, like, I know they know if I marry somebody or if somebody could get a kid up out of me, when I say scrape them up, I mean, vanish. Boom, wham, bam, thank you, man. Gone without a flash, missing in action, and forever missing, like, allegedly.
Right.
But, what?
Yeah.
My marriage will not. I mean, we'll go to hell and back together, but it will never turn into a situationship.
Right.
Nor will a situationship be welcomed in my marriage.
No. That don't even. Yeah, no.
I'm purposely going to get a big truck just in case they think about it. Running the side bitch clean over, allegedly. And him. What else? If we have kids, I won't, like, flatten you out, but, like,
you will be.
You will be in recovery.
Okay. You'll be in that bed, baby.
What? Did you, when you were younger, think, like, relationships, situationships, like, were different than what they are, what you've experienced as an adult? Oh, dear. It's a trauma laugh for me.
They were terrible. Yeah. I thought they were terrible. Like, I didn't think that life could get any worse
than being in a relationship.
Like,
the commitment, the relationship you saw.
Like, the relationships that I seen, like, you know what I mean? My grandma was divorced before I was even born. My mom and dad, sticky as hell. They had a situationship probably until I was 18.
Yeah.
And it was a strong situationship, okay? Like, and that was back and forth. Like, and that, I guess I should take back what I said, but I still don't believe that shit. Like, manageable, you feel me? Because they still talk about shit that happened 20, 30 years ago. Yeah. You know what I mean? So
my mom had multiple situationships just ongoing.
Yeah, like, how do you, in a relationship, and, like, go back and forth and still argue about shit that happened 30 plus years?
Unhealed
20 years and plus and arguing about the same shit.
Putting a Band-Aid over a bullet hole.
Crazy. That's crazy. So, yeah, a lot of the situations that I've seen on our block or anywhere. Like,
on our block, what?
Shannon, like that.
What? The 4-house ratio. Oh, my God. I remember, like, and I do feel bad for younger us, but I do remember my cousin Shannon coming over to my house, hysterically crying, and she's Italian and Irish, and she was just really, like, she's olive skin, dark hair, and she was just real red, and there were fingerprints all over her body. And her, at the time, situationship/boyfriend had manhandled her and put his hands on her, and she was at the bottom of my stairs, hysterically crying to my mom to call the police. And I was just at the top of the stairs. Like, I definitely was under 6 years old, just like...
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
My dad always had a fucking situationship or something.
Your dad had entanglements, yeah. And my mom had entanglements, and my mom will say, like, where she fucked her, in her words, where she fucked up at was she got pregnant by all her situationships.
Girl. Are you sure did fuck that one up, baby?
Christina's 3 baby dads deep.
Yeah.
Me and my brothers don't have, and fuck it, we ball. I think that's like the post-trauma, like, I won't have a child unless I'm married. Mm-hmm. And I told my last situationship, because he was drunk one night before he ended up in his current situation, like, I want a daughter. Would you have a kid with me? Absolutely not. If we don't have the same last name, we're not having a child together. Like,
right. Well, people do think that's just okay.
I told him too, like, I've had men say to me, like, I'm going to put a baby in you, as if it's a compliment, and it is the utmost trauma to me. Bro, I'm not co-parenting. You're not coming in and out of this house. We're in this house together. We all have the same last name. Like,
yeah, that's raggedy.
Because me and my brothers don't have the same last. I'm the only one not with the same last name.
No, literally. Well, that's because you got 2. So.
I don't think that the pod knows that my government name is Ariana A. Well, Ariana Inisa Corcoran Sneed. I have a hyphenated last name, so like. On, like, all legal documents, it's Ariana A. Corcoran Sneed. It's so fucking long. If you want to fly me out, you got to put that whole shit on there, because you can't put just Sneed. I can't fly, and that's happened before when somebody's, like, or not somebody, it was actually my aunt. She paid for me to go to Vegas. She put just Sneed, and I was thankfully underage. All they did was give me a hard time. They let me fly, but since then I've been, like, scarred. You have to put my whole government.
Damn.
That's why I'm also, like, situationships, like, we're not going to get that close. You're not going to know my whole government. You can't fly me out, like, because you quite literally can't, because you don't know my whole government, like,
right, damn. Yeah, no.
I do enjoy like, I mean, I'm still getting back to myself. Like I said, I think it was on our New Year's podcast, like, 2024 for me is real personal. Like, I'm just now getting back to a workout routine. Like, I'm reading more Christian books. I'm eating better. Like, I'm still not where I want to be or / like, who I want to be. So I think for me, like, until I just have a little bit more to offer, a situationship is good for me. Like, or if I got a man who is truly patient with my progress in my journey, great. Like, I'll be patient down the road with yours and, you know, when life gets tough. But at best, what I could offer is, like, a really gentle relationship or just a good old situationship.
Right. I feel that.
Because I'm still trying to regain me.
Right.
And get
It's all about growth and, like, finding yourself and being, like, who you need to be. I feel like I said that on an episode before. It's like, I didn't want a relationship because I I didn't want to be married right now because I'm not who I want to be. Or I know that I can grow with somebody, but like, if I'm not who I want to be for a relationship, or if I'm not who I want to be even for myself, like, alone, like, you know 100%. What I mean? Like, I want to only offer you so much when I'm giving myself only so much. Exactly, and I'm so, like, when I get into a relationship, I'm so involved and I'm so wanting to
involved.
have right.
Yeah, I have so
and
much
I do
to
have
give.
A higher, exactly, and usually it's more than I give myself, and that's what I hate about myself.
Yeah.
So like,
100%.
you know what I mean? And there's no shade to nobody else, but like, you know what I mean? You do have to give in just as much, give to yourself just as much as you give to somebody else, or it's always gonna. Yeah. You're always gonna leave with less. Like, you know what I mean?
I just like that's one thing I do love about myself is like how not even just financially generous, but generous with my time and just like effort and energy I can be. Like I really do applaud my heart for like all the shit I've been through, and I'm not tainted by like any effort that I'll give. Like,
yeah, I never put anything on anybody that has
past
happened
shit,
to me in my past. Like, you know what I mean? Or God forbid what the fuck I could be as a person if I did. Like, you know
we will never look like the things we've been through.
No, literally. And I would be
Thank God.
angry as I'm
I'd look like Shrek.
Down this. Like, I would
just
be
big and green and
exactly. But I've always wanted that for myself. Like, never put something on somebody else that they did not do to you. Like, never put those past traumas on anybody else.
Just taints everything.
It does, and it fucks you up as an individual, and it fucks up just your characteristics in general,
and the likelihood of that relationship or situationship success.
You're never gonna win. Period.
But we try.
Shit,
we
here.
Try. We try.
Survive them all.
Yeah, but I've danced with the devil and I've made it out. And you
do a little strange, some strange for a piece of strange, babe. I'm just kidding.
She is just joking, guys.
I'm just kidding.
Somebody actually, my cousin Gabe just said that to me the other day. He had some cash out. He's like, I'll make you do some strange for some change. When we were in public, I said real loudly, that is incest and that's a felony and you could go to jail.
Nigga.
I'm not going to do anything strange for some change. That's where my ego kicks in and I try to out-change you. Like, you are not the only one who makes money.
Right.
That's definitely like a masculine trait that I have, like trying to match the money and out money it all the time.
Nope, I want to be broker than broke. Just think I have nothing. Just think I live in a shelter and you just have to pay for everything. Just imagine that.
I'm the first one to slap my Chris Blue debit card down. It's not Chris, that bitch is used and abused. My bank card goes down so quickly as I make eye contact of like, and I have money, so what else do you have to offer me?
Girl.
Because in my experience, I have had men that have tried to substitute loyalty for money, and I'm not with it.
Right.
I'm not going.
Right. Yeah.
Cheers to the situationships. We really hope it's beneficial for you and it grows to whatever God's plan is for you or whatever you need from it, whether that's a lesson or just a friendship at the end of the day or some companionship. I mean, not all situationships are bad.
Right. But if it don't serve you, let that shit go.
Don't participate.
Fuck it. Move on to the next.
There's, plenty of fish in the sea. Some look like trouts. Some look like the salmon that are poisoned right now with the lice infestation. Did you see about that? There's a lice infestation in most salmon in, I forget the region. But it literally looks lice, but it's fish lice, so it looks like their flesh is being eaten alive, and it looks wild. So watch out for the salmon.
That's disgusting.
The vegan rant.
Yo, don't get lice.
I mean, if you do, just take care of it. I just found out I found out recently there's clinics that will take care of your lice, like hair salons for lice.
Yeah, I know.
I did not know.
Hell no, that's the last thing. I went to school for cosmetology. That's the last thing I ever wanted to do.
I'm kind of like intrigued. Ooh. Not that I want to go or experience it, but like
little small tiny bugs really freak me the fuck out, especially when they're coming from your head.
They're in your hair.
Yeah. Oh my God. Please,
yeah, that is crazy.
Because you do have to you gotta pick them all out like a monkey.
Well, ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry for that.
Yeah. Woof. Go home and start combing through my hair, panic. Speaking of hair, for the audio listeners, I'm now the redheaded ugly stepchild of Emerge. I am a fucking redhead. Well, really an orange head because I did not want to do red. But
very ginger.
Gingerbread. That's actually a caption of mine I have saved for Instagram for one of my next posts. I'm a gingerbread. But it's like I said in last pod, there'd be a change of hair.
And it is.
And this is my new.
Don't get any lice.
Yeah,
we'll be fine. I mean, we're black. Black people don't get lice.
I've had lice before twice.
Oh my God.
In my childhood. Or no, once in my childhood. No,
I've never
twice.
Had that. My dad told me we cannot get that, and I was like, "Shit, we can't get it. We never
sure
did."
Sure did for my god sister. We were at my godmom's wedding together. We were both flower girls. We were sharing the headbands and like,
my god,
you know, like head to head taking photos. And,
oh yeah, my mom would have never forgiven her mom. Just because she's
that's
a
probably
bitch.
why they're not friends anymore.
Right,
no, I'm just joking.
right.
My mom and godmom do not have a relationship anymore. But it's not because of lice.
Right. Thank God, because my mom would have been like, you had to cut you out of my life.
Yeah, that was traumatic. My mom combing through all my hair. I think it was just me though. I don't think my brothers got it, but
I mean, yeah, right. Well, anyway,
what's your closing note for the situationships? What's the Brittany synopsis?
Take what you can get and leave everything else.
Yeah.
Period. That's just it. Take the good for the good, bad for the bad, and
roll with the punches.
Period.
Yeah. Mine is just enjoy the moment, even if it is negative. It's just another story it's another chapter in your book of life, and you'll look back one day and laugh at it, and if it doesn't feel good, then keep it rolling. It's not always going to feel good, so I don't mean that. Scratch that. But just enjoy the moment, because one day it'll all be in the past. And you'll be blissfully married or whatever God's plan is for you. So enjoy the ride.
Period. Well,
until next week. And this is an A&B Conversation.